this week has been interesting because I've had this conversation with many people, and it's interesting to me because we view this as a juvenile topic, or like something that we teach to the kids, but we don't really talk about it as adults, which I think is very interesting. And that is being careful of the friends that you keep. And I had a couple clients yesterday. We were talking about their friends and situations they were going through, and the whole time I'm thinking, why are you friends with them? Like, it wasn't just that, they were bad influence, and these were people that know the Lord, but I was thinking, why are you friends with them? They're mean to you, they're mean to others, you've brought issues to them, and they've slapped you in your face. Like, it just didn't seem right. And then it got me thinking about the friends that I keep. I might be biased, but I love my friends. But at a young age, like my parents, my like other like church family people, they were always like, be careful of the friends you keep. Pastor Steve has said it, like, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. And as adults, I think we become lenient with that because we get into workspaces or, extracurricular activities. And sometimes these people are not believers, and we get accustomed to living the way that they live because we're just in that environment. And anyway, that made me think of Psalms 1. I'm gonna read the whole thing because it's only 6 verses. Oh, the joys of those who do not follow the advice of the wicked, or stand around with sinners, or join in with mockers. But they delight in the law of the Lord, meditating on it day and night. They are like trees planted along the riverbank, bearing fruit each season. Their leaves never wither, and they prosper in all they do. But not the wicked. They are like worthless chaff, scattered by the wind. They will be condemned by the time of judgment. Sinners will have no place among the godly, for the Lord watches over the path of the godly, but the path of the wicked leads to destruction. I'm like, I feel like just that verse alone makes me really cautious of the people that I keep around. I'm not saying, like, you can't interact with sinners, because obviously that's not what I'm saying. Jesus was he was among the sinners as well, but Jesus did not partake in what the sinners were doing. He was a light within that darkness. And I think that we teach our kids this, that be a light in the dark and be a leader, not a follower. But then as we get older, we kind of lose that, and we're like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. I'm an adult. Like, I can say no if I want to. And we get stuck in this rut, or in these situations where we are letting the enemy use these people to, create insecurities, or maybe distract us from the things of the Lord. And I think, in verse 2 of Psalm 1, it says, but they delight in the law of the Lord, meditating on it day and night. When you're meditating on the word day and night, your thoughts become aligned with this, and the people that you used to hang out with, their ways or their thoughts, like, don't interest you anymore. And it becomes easier. I think a lot of people get stuck in these situations where they're like, oh, but how do I get out of this? Like, I just love them. And I'm like, yeah, you can love them, but I think keeping them at an arm's distance and making sure that you're meditating on this. And I remember Tracy said this at Momentum on Monday. It was so good. She was saying, she's like, I want to just be on the front lines, but I have to remember, I'm at boot camp. I need to learn, I need to learn the rule book. And I think so many people go out into this world and they think that they're strong in certain aspects, and when they get around people that have bad influences, they're not as strong as they thought they were. And so meditating on this day and night builds us up, makes us stronger, gets us into our heads. So when we are in that situation, it's a lot easier for us to go, I'm feeling uneasy about this, and you can back away. Anyway, I just thought that was just an interesting conversation that I was having multiple times this week about friendships, where I'm like, we don't talk about friendships enough, like in that way. I think we don't talk about like, hey, you shouldn't be as close as a friend to that person, or, hey, I'm gonna step back in this relationship because I'm realizing there are some things about this person that don't necessarily align with this. Anyway, hopefully that's made sense, and gave you a little food for thought. And let's meditate on this day and night. Anyway, that's it. Have a great day.